Hey guys, welcome to TacosToGeeks.com previews. Justin here, and today I'm going to be checking out the demo for Fist of the North Star for the PlayStation 4, which is going to be released later this week in Japan on March 8th. And one thing you automatically will notice about Fist of the North Star PS4 compared to the previous entries of Fist of the North Star games is that the mechanics and gameplay are a little bit more different. Yes, it still has the same type of fighting mechanics that we are used to, or at least when it comes to Kenshiro's fighting style, is still ingrained with the previous entries. He still has some of his certain attack signature kicks. Of course, he has his pressure point attacks as well that are able to explode enemies, and of course, the blood and gore and exploding heads are still intact of the game, so you guys don't have to worry about that. Now, one thing I do want to mention is that this game has seen a complete gameplay mechanics overhaul. Gone is that Dynasty Warriors style feel that we got with a lot of the PS3 games from the previous two entries, where it just felt so repetitive. The world was bland, and Kenshiro was just running from this location, that location. Now we have a more open world feel with it, because they're now using the Yakuza gameplay mechanics. And if you can't tell by just watching the way this game is presented and the way the fighting style is and the way certain things are, you're going to see very soon how this game is actually basically Yakuza Fist of the North Star. But for the most part, that's actually a really good thing. And one thing I do want to bring out is that just like Yakuza, it's telling more of a story here. There's a lot of side missions, especially with this one. Just playing from the demo, you have two options with the demo. You have one which teaches you, there's the tutorial which teaches you the gameplay mechanics of how to play the game, how the game operates using your controls, teaches you basically how to fight the gameplay mechanics. And then two, you have this story mode demo, which is the second option, which you're seeing right now, is when Kenshiro is in Eden and he is basically running around, and the whole point of this demo is Kenshiro has to get money for a card that he's trying to get, so obviously so you can explore more worlds and race and do some side missions as well. And as you guys saw me just running around here, I got greeted by a couple of baddies, just like in Yakuza, who just want to pick a fight with Kenshiro, which is I don't recommend. And now it's up to me to beat these guys down. So let me just talk a little bit about the handling of the gameplay, of the control. The fighting for the most part is still intact from the previous ones. Gone are the the R2 button to do like certain pressure point attacks, but now those pressure point attacks are built up by a meter, and then from when you're hitting the enemy, you press circle and Kenshiro will do certain attacks using a quick time event scene, and I think that works very well. One thing I do want to also point out is that how gorgeous the world actually looks now compared to the previous entries. The world now seems to have character, and I know for some folks that doesn't make sense, but it does. The world has more life now compared to the bland presentation of the first two games, where you're just going from this area, that area. The world now has interaction. You get to buy things, you get to talk with people, you get to help out the innocent, and it just makes you really do. So far, just in this demo, I really feel like they nailed the spirit of the manga and the spirit of the anime. And I really like the fact that the world has character now. There's life in here. You want to explore this world. You want to see and engage with these people. And it doesn't feel repetitive yet. Keep in mind, this is just based off the demo I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the game overall. It doesn't feel repetitive with, just killing this much enemies, or we have all these enemies on screen, we just take them out like the previous game entries. This one has some character, this one has some depth, and the graphics are the best I've seen it, what they did for Fist of the North Star. Just the textures and body proportions of Kenshiro's body, the details of it. One thing I'll do, I have to say, I didn't get a really good look at it, but even the the little holes on this chest are really there to see. But I just love the use of some of the shell. There's a little bit of cell shading graphics in here, but it works very well. It's beautifully done. And of course they have some mini games, because like I said, this is taking the gameplay mechanics of Yakuza. So now that I just brought the car, I'm going to show you guys how to actually use the car. So Kenshiro can race. I'm thinking my Japanese is not that great, so I'm not sure if he'll be able to go out with this car and explore open worlds. I did see in trailers of Kenshiro being chased in this car, so I'm really looking forward to seeing like some epic car chases in this game. So overall, you guys, it's pretty cool. It plays just like Yakuza, but with Fist of the North Star. So these are some of the racetracks that Kenshiro will be able to do for, like, you know, fun. And, you know, they want to give you, like I said, character to the world and just add more elements to Kenshiro's character in the world of Fist of the North Star. And I'm really excited, and I'm hoping that this actually does come out for us in the States and for those in Europe, and, you know, people who like English dialogue, or English, who only understand English, or English dub. I hope they don't dub. I just hope they just put the subtitles there so we can just play it. But overall, you guys, I'm pretty damn impressed. Fist of the North Star with Yakuza gameplay mechanics. You can't go wrong with this. As long as the story's right and it doesn't drown out with overly long cutscenes like the Yakuza storytelling. That's my only fear, is that they're going to use the Yakuza storytelling with cutscenes after cutscenes after cutscenes before you get to the main gameplay core. If they really just establish the world of Fist of the North Star and the gameplay so far, the fighting mechanics is still intact and as good as ever, I'm going to have a blast with this. So if it doesn't come out for the States, or not announced for the States later this year, I'm definitely going to pick this up and give you guys a proper review. So this is pretty much it. I'm enjoying it. So if you have a Japanese account, download it for yourself, check it out, and leave a comment on below and let me know what you think of Fist of the North Star, and what anime game do you want to see actually become PS4 or Xbox Live, or Xbox One, or Nintendo Switch adaptation. This is Justin saying, later days. I will catch you guys on the next one. You're already dead. Peace.